and say, hey, hip hip hooray, you're live, share everything, share my screen, boom. Okay, so we are coming in, everybody. So today is a beautiful day. Everybody, let's get my boom, my screen share, hide. Wondering if we got share screen. So we stop share, share. Okay, stop share screen. I don't see my share screen being shared. Mark, are you still with us? Mark is not there, so we don't have our share screen going. So I'm going to stop my share screen here, try to share it again. Boom, boom. We'll be with you in a second, beautiful folks here. We are doing a share screen. We are going to go boom, and there we go. So host Jeff Eichen. Okay, there we go. Okay. So I figured it out, everybody. I figured the technology of life out here, and that's a beautiful thing. I'm wearing my Freedom Grow shirt today, everybody, and Freedom Grow shirt. Oh, that's quite a BONG. That's quite a BONG there. BINGO. Oh, okay. Um, I get carried away when I go on the Tuesday show, and I get to speak with Randy Lanier, who is a Formula One car driver, and he was in jail just like Michael Thompson, where you can see me in prison in Midwest. There, I flew out there to go say hi to Michael, but Randy Lanier, ex Formula One car drivers, on the board of directors of this shirt of Freedom Grow. And they're the ones that are going to disperse the funds. They have the 501. They're going to disperse the funds from our concerts and our golf tournaments when we do an NFT weed auction, and we raise $100,000, we raise $20, we raise $1 million. We want it the balance of the money after production to go to the prisoners' families, to the ones that are coming home, and to save more in the hamper for commissary for those that are left in there. Just imagine being in prison. Like Michael Thompson wrote me this incredible letter, and he said that he cooled down his sodas in his toilet. So just think about that. You're a nice human being, and you can't go out and get pizza, and you can't get out and go, dance with a girlfriend on any given night. Rodimus, see, I kept my mouth shut there. So it's my pleasure to announce that Klebo, welcome home, Klebo, and let's see, I did have my, let's see if I can go back here to my beautiful software, set it up for us, everybody, and boom, and then boom, and then sound effects, because we love our sound effects. And so, welcome home, Klebo, and welcome home, Sir Rodimus, behind the line there. That's Grasshopper. We got Crazy Pop Mom from Women in Weed from last week, and this is actually the third week of the month. And normally we pledged that we are going to have Women in Weed every third Weeds Day. But because we had it last week, we're just going to float along here today and enjoy having Crazy Pop Mom, who Crazy Pop Mom is sitting with the son of Mr. Spin Art. And you can see all of her spin art up there, dude. And so it's really cool. It's really cool that we're all together and that we're committed to ending prohibition and bringing the light and bringing people out of a dark cell. So that's my t-shirt today. Wear t-shirts, everybody, that say something. But in the future, we're going to have a hemp fashion show next year in July at the Champ Show in Las Vegas, and we're going to have it all hemp. So I'm going to source the hemp t-shirts for Modest Jones and for Shalana, who designed the Punkdemic line of t-shirts during pandemic. And so we had her on our other show, which was Legacy this week. So enough of me and enough of not having an introduction. Sit back, load that BONGO, but not NGO, but BONG. And everybody just take a really nice, relaxed moment. We don't have a big topic today except for welcome home, Klebo, after 30 years of being in jail. I listened to him yesterday on the Freedom Grow. That was a clubhouse. I listened and I got to talk to Klebo. They gave me the wrong number, or he hasn't figured that out yet. So to have him on today, we were going to have him on today, but we'll get him on next week, I promise. And so, Rodimus, you have something to say?
Yeah, Jeff, I'm sorry. How did Clebo get out? Tell us about that story.
Klebo got out because the Angels are starting to bring everybody home right now. 30 years in jail. What if you were 20 and now you're 50? What if you were 40 and now you're 70, or 60? And so,
did he serve his time, or was he released early because of something
he told us he was not on parole. And when Jeff Mazansky, everybody knows Jeff Mazansky, and I don't have his photo at hand here, but just like, for example, Michael Thompson here, Jeff Mazansky got out, and for 5 years he was still on parole. So he got out and he couldn't smoke, he couldn't get a job. So because his record was such, he couldn't rent a house. So the bottom line is that Klebo did get out with the governor's blessing. And so I'm not sure exactly what paperwork he did, but we'll let them tell the story. If it were up to me, I'd have Netflix pay us big bucks to do an episode on each prisoner coming home.
To me, I'd have Netflix give me a lot of money too.
Right. So with our team that we're building right now, to share the story, and so say for example, everybody comes home tomorrow and they end prohibition, we'll still tell the story. There's still history to be told, so we don't repeat it. Okay, we don't repeat it in this or that. Making a better battery is really important, but we're in our lane. Okay, so everybody, sit back, and I'm going to take a little bit. This is about an 8 or 9 minute introduction, but it's got some important things because today is also. Oh, in fact, let's go here, and we will bring our poster up for today and share with you what today is. Today is a pretty cool day. It is. I love my Mac because the Finder is so beautiful that today, if you can see my poster here, today is World Day of Peace. And in New York City until 4 o'clock today, that's just about one more hour, they've been down at Times Square, doing some incredible World Day of Peace concerts and things like that. So I'm gonna minimize my poster here, and let's see if I can do this here. Wow. How did that happen? Okay. So everybody, that was 2 years ago. That was the Oregon Country Fair, beautiful teddy bear picnic, and so by clicking on the film button there, I got the teddy bear picnic. So we love the teddy bear picnic. The Oregon Country Fair came back. We're going to get all the prisoners out, and I'm going to share my screen now. Sit back, everybody, and enjoy this short little film that I made, and it'll be important updates, and I just want to share this with you. So here we go. We are going to go right over to here, and we are going to pull up our back office here and go to um, okay, here we go. So we are going to share with you our movie. Okay, while QuickTime's opening up, does anybody have any shout outs?
I actually do. I was on Uncle Rick's show the other day, and we raised $1,500 in U.S. dollars towards the Prisoner Project, and Jesse's is going to match it. So Uncle Rick, Green Goddess, Spartan, and myself, and like at least 9 other people all got together and donated stuff and wrote our letters and did all the kinds of stuff that we were supposed to do. And I'm really excited that it went as well as it did. So yeah.
We're so excited. We're going to put you in charge of a fundraiser for us and for the prisoners, and we love that. That sounds great. So everybody's, yeah.
I said bravo, crazy combo. That's great.
Yeah, bravo, and we do, yes.
Oh yeah, they did really good on their end, bringing it all together, as we did not have very much time to do all the things. And I donated my necklace, like I told you last week, and it'll be shipped out in the mail tomorrow. Going, all the way to the States, so I'm excited about that.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, everybody sit back, and here's our intro. I say what the fuck, yeah.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, what up, Uncle Jeff?
Hey, bro.
How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Wait a minute. Who's trying to make you? AKA Solo 423.
Yay! That parade. Episode 121, everybody. We're kicking them in. Hello, everybody. It's Jeff Eichen here, and we are having a WEEDSDAY, and we'll have some guests on, and if we don't, it'll just be little old me, and we're going to talk about what's not working, because we know what's working, and that is that we're doing the best we can to help to bring our prisoners home. That's Lance Glore, that's you, that's your mama, that's your daddy, that's your brother, sister. So we're really excited to be part of the solution. There's a lot of events going on. I might not make it to any of them while I'm organizing my concert, my golf tournament, and my next movie. So those are really important things. I've got the film festival in Port Townsend this week. They just said they wanted to have my film next year to show that. So we've got a shorter version of that. We're really excited to just stay local for a while. Okay, everybody? Green glass, actually, but there it is. My weed glass. These are my old nug jugs. I'll show you a really cool nug jug shot. Here we go. Boom. So those are my nug jugs, and they don't make green jars anymore, but I have a pallet of them in the garage, and I'm going to look for a new sandblaster and make some more nug jugs. So those are beautiful. They hold a little bit of the UV light out because they're not white, but always keep your nugs in the dark and smoke them early. You know, I've got some Lumbo and some Maui Wowie from like 2 or 3 years ago, and it's getting old. So, anybody has advice for us today? Come on and tell us a little bit about what you think is the best way to preserve your booties, your buds, your buddies. And so enjoy the show today. We're really excited to have a solution, which is end prohibition. 3, 2, 1, everybody. So back up your computer this week, everybody. It's Backup Wednesday.
Should be with their teammates this week, preparing for the start of the new season. Instead, the 7-time All-Star center for the Phoenix Mercury has been in Russian custody for 75 days. Now the U.S. government considers Griner, quote, wrongfully detained, a change in designation.
The season just ended, and the Aces won from Las Vegas, and Britney's still in jail. Come on, everybody. Let's end prohibition now, at last, forever, and give clemency to Sir Leonard Peltier and all the nonviolent 420 cannabis prisoners. We love you. We're here for you. And it's my job and duty and pleasure for the rest of my life dedicated to
Happy parade.
Episode 121, actually, everybody. So we had a great time with Women in Weed. Wilfred will be back. We're so excited about hemp cigarettes. I would say smoke not any cigarettes, but that industry is really clean and better. Who remembers Ringo?
I say this to the International Day of Peace because all over the world, and I love it, peace and love, and not only peace and love, you get your heart. I am smiling inside. Peace and love on this International Day of Peace, and to all those working towards.
How old is Ringo, Rodimus?
Thank you. I've always believed in peace, and that if
Older than the rest of them, and he looks the best.
this planet more peace.
He looks like he's 60.
And you don't have to do all of this. You can just think. I put down to that at 5 feet. Peace and love your hands. Peace and love your words. Peace and love. Peace and love, everybody.
He obviously uses all of his wife's facial creams.
Ah, right.
Everybody,
Hemp cream.
animals, plants, everyone on Mother Earth and in Mars and in Venus and Neptune. Anywhere.
Look, they're at
All we want
Times
to do is
Square.
Have a good time. All we want is have fun, be nice to each other. So the declaration by the resolution of this new United Nations that we support 20 years we've been doing an event in Central Park, and we've been doing it with all hundreds of people volunteering to promote and support the message.
That's not Giuliani, is it? Ha ha.
Today is a ceasefire. Okay? Everybody say ceasefire. That means
Ceasefire.
Everywhere these years. Everybody knows that anybody that hurts anybody else is mentally ill. There's no question about it. There's no sanity in hurting anyone. So basically, we're here. So we're going to start out actually with a 9/11 song. One more time. We're broadcasting on Unify. If you're not here, you still can watch this at unify.org/peace. And all this information also is on pausetheworldforpeace.org. That's Good News Corporation. So thank you everybody for bringing the other planets there, and the modules, the stage, the crew. All right, Dr. Judy, take it.
Welcome you all to the 2022 International Day of Peace celebration and broadcast live from Times Square. In fact, we are right here in the middle part of Broadway, and I want to introduce you to.
All right. Thank you, Russell. Let's hear it for the International Day of Peace and for Peace Day and love. But the song is about love, healing, honoring heroes, survivors, and respect.
Dr. Jack there, everybody. Jack Harrer.
Which is what Paul talked about and what the United Nations International Day of
Jeff Mazansky at the White House.
Of light.
Thank you.
Blessings and peace.
I feel like I'm broken inside you. I feel that it's so hard in you. There must be a same way beyond us to accept this insanity for you. I want to wake up and remember that morning before it all changed. But sadly, between love and dream, our lives slowly erase.
Sorry about the sound, everybody. That's the best we got. 9/11. Hold your heart. Visualize no more war and all of our prisoners coming home. Jeff Eichen here. This just came in this morning. I wanted to share it with you all today on World Peace Day. Solo Breezy says, and Jeffy Fresh, Mr. Jeff Eichen here from WEEDSDAYS says, it's been long enough and we don't deserve to be another 10 years, 2 years, 1 year. I mean, alcohol was, I think the prohibition on alcohol was only a few years. I mean, what the hell? So we're back in action here. Thank you for enjoying that little film that I made, everybody. What does everybody think about that George Floyd dude getting 3 years when our prisoners for nonviolence get life without the possibility of parole? What an amazing moment that I saw this morning, that, this guy that put his knee on George's necky poo, or he was part of the party there. They're getting 3 years, Who wants to chime in on that one? Give some heart.
It doesn't make any sense. We have things going on here also in my own personal life, and in the court system, it doesn't make any sense. I have 2 different for instances, and they want to give more time to somebody that you would think would get less, and the person that should get more time is getting less. It makes no sense whatsoever. Because he's in the law, you shouldn't be above the law because you are part of the law. It doesn't make any sense. Like, somebody that does wrong is wrong. It should be equal to everyone. When you do the same wrong, it should be equal to what you're getting as punishment.
You mean when we were growing up, they said the punishment should fit
the crime.
And how about you, Ashley? Can you chime in? Do you have some bandwidth?
What about no men's way? I mean, they're not guilty of any crime. There is no victim, and only they become the victim. And to give a life since 10 years for healing and protecting themselves, when a smoker can go outside, pollute the air, kill themselves, and kill everything, you even get time on your day in a job to be able to do that. But if I want to go and heal and protect myself or save someone's life, I'm not allowed to do that. That's against the law, right? That's rubbish. And that's got to change.
Yeah, 3 years. Rodimus, do you have a take on this?
Not at this time.
About 3 years versus life for pot?
Not at the moment, thanks.
Okay, Rodimus is in his private zone. We're really blessed to have you three on today, and it's amazing the fact that they're going they're playing that game. I mean, I cannot believe it. I've heard that murder at best with good behavior gets 14 years. I mean, what the hell? I mean, it just hurts my soul and my heart to be in that genre, in that position, in that area of what we're dealing with right now. So I don't have a solution except for to keep giving awareness through this type of show that shares with the planet that we care, And then today is World Peace Day. What's your favorite peace song? Who's got a favorite peace song?
Every time someone puts me on the spot like that, I don't remember that I know any songs whatsoever. So I'm sorry, titles are not coming to me right now. I feel like I'm back in school taking a test. I don't know anything, I swear.
Bob Dylan, Blowing in the Wind, Imagine, I mean, there's just,
There is many. Listen to you. You can just keep going for us. You can tell us all our favorite ones.
Hey, well, we can also here, let's go and use technology here for a second, and I can go to famous peace songs. So that's an easy way to go.
See, I could have cheated, but I broke my laptop, so I'm on my phone, and there's my cheat machine.
Hey, so here's Peace Train by Cat Stevens. Peace Train coming on the Peace Train. I'm gonna
go for that one.
What the world needs now. Jackie DeShannon. What's so funny about peace? Elvis Costello. What's going on? Marvin Gaye. All you need is love. Give peace a chance. Let's see. Patty Smith has one. People have the power. That's a good one, Rodimus.
I like that one. There we go. I like that one.
People have the power. I'm tempted to push on this and play like just a few bars, but I may get canceled out somewhere.
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
We will all play the song when we get off the live stream. So
yes.
Love Train.
Love Train. Peace Train, Love Train. Isn't that the Cat Stevens one?
No, that's Peace Train.
Oh, what is Love Train?
Come on, the world, everybody join hands.
Oh, right, right, yeah.
Train.
You guys are so brave singing these songs. You wouldn't catch me dead trying to sing a couple of bars on here.
Right. I like Jackie DeShannon. That's a pretty good one. Land of Hope, a Bruce Springsteen song. Queen Latifah, Unity. What's Going On, Marvin Gaye. Where There's Love, the Black Eyed Peas. Zombie. Let's see. Let's see. What else do we have here? Heal the World, Michael Jackson. Why not? Ripple. That's Grateful Dead, everybody. We got Ripple. I Give You the Power. That's Mavis Staples. People Get Ready. The Impressions. Whoa. People get ready. There's a train a coming. So there's a lot of trains. Maybe today, World Peace Day, we can talk about trains a little bit. You know, the advantageous quality of trains. Maybe we can get a train and go to the White House from the West Coast to the White House and all party down until we come and we get out, and we can have a peace train. We can play Peace Train over and over and over again. It just seems like the more we unite, the more we make ourselves louder. For example, with my dream to do a concert with Snoop and Earth, Wind and Fire at the Oakland Coliseum, to have that go onto the national news. They're not going to not come down. The news media is not going to come down if Snoop's with us. So we're shouting out to you, Snoop. We're shouting out to Earth, Wind and Fire, Woody Harrelson, Willie Nelson. We'd love to have you at our concert. We're on Roku right now, everybody. Resetting the Room. It's WEEDSDAY with Jeff Eichen. We've got our friend of 40 years or plus, Mr. Rodimus Perra, all the way in France, and he's blessed to join us and to be a co-host of the Mostest. He is Grasshopper. He snatched the bud. The pebble. Tell us that story, Rodimus. We can bounce around here. Tell us that story about behind the scenes snatching the bud, where you told me that you always snatch the bud and they had to slow down the tape or something. Well, tell us that story.
Well, first of all, just to clarify, it wasn't a bud, but it was a pebble. And,
right.
So it was the only in your mind, Jeff. It was a bud. No. Well, that was many years ago, 50 years ago. There was, oh my gosh, don't distract me, Jeff. Don't distract me. No, so that was just the premise of, it was the way that, it was an initiation rite that this Shaolin master was letting his new student know that he had a lot to learn. And so he asked him a simple question, if he could just try to take the pebble out of the master's hand. And of course, the boy reaches for it and the hand closes, and then the master's hand opens again, and he says, when you can take the pebble from my hand, that's when you will have learned enough that you can leave the school, basically. So that's what was written in the script. But, we weren't, neither was the guy who played Master Khan, Philip Ahn, the great Philip Ahn. Neither was he a master, nor was I a new student at the Shaolin Monastery. But my reflexes were quicker than his, as it happens. And every time we shot that scene, or the first few times, I should say, he would open his hand, and the pebble wasn't there, and I would have to turn to the camera and go, "It's in my hand. I have the pebble." And they go, "Cut." Okay, we're gonna do this again. Now try to reach for it more slowly, Rodimus. So rolling, action. And I reach for the pebble a little bit more slowly, and Master Khan opens his hand again. Oh no, the pebble's not there. It's in Rodimus's hand.
How old were you when you were doing that role?
11. that was the movie, the original movie, and then became a series when I was 12, 13, or 14. That was when I was 11 years old, sixth grade, with a bald head in sixth grade. But yeah, so the pebble, I had to like do it. We had to figure out a way that I could signal with my other hand off camera, like go like this when I was about to grab with my hand that was on camera, so that Philip could see that and go and close his hand before I got with my hand to his hand. And then when he would open his hand again, the pebble would still be there, and he could finish the scene by saying, when you can snatch the pebble from my hand, it will be time for you to leave.
Were you too young for the director of that series to say, just don't grab the pebble, pretend like you're grabbing the pebble, Rodimus?
No, because they wanted it to look authentic, that I was actually reaching for his hand, but he had to know when I was going to reach a little bit before I actually reached, so he could have his hand closing by the time I got to it.
Right.
So that's the only way they worked it out. Yeah.
That's pretty phenomenal. Well, everybody, we're blessed to be friends and to have a super incredible OG. You know,
By the way, I don't think. Thank you. By the way, I appreciate the introduction, the kindness you're sending my way. But I want to make sure that people who are watching this who don't know what Grasshopper is, what Master Khan is, these are all characters from a very old TV show called Kung Fu. Kung Fu, which starred David Carradine as a half American, half Chinese Shaolin monk who studies in China, graduates the monastery as a full priest and master of Kung Fu as well, and then goes to the Western United States to find his family, his half brother, back in the 1860s when this was set. And then when he gets himself into a situation that's very difficult, he has a memory of his past where he was learning kernels of wisdom from his masters, and then he applies that wisdom in the present moment. But when he has his memory, the person who was playing him as a young person, that was me as a little kid. Now that happened. I just want to mention again, this is the lineage. I want, we're talking legacy and lineage here. Okay, so the teacher-student relationship that was then copied later by George Lucas in Star Wars, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Luke Skywalker, Yoda, Luke Skywalker, that whole teacher, that master-student, and then copied later after Star Wars by Mr. Miyagi and the Karate Kid, that started with the series Kung Fu. Kung Fu brought that idea of a wise master teaching a young person something about the wisdom of the world. That didn't exist in American television. It was in Chinese, it was in Asian films, but it was never in the Western culture until the series Kung Fu. And then George Lucas, who happened to live 3 doors down from me when he was writing Star Wars, and I was walking by his house with my bald head on my way to school, shooting Kung Fu other days of the week. I'm sure he was influenced by it, because why else would he have written something so similar, right? Just a couple of years after Kung Fu went off the air, that's when Star Wars came out. So he was literally writing and filming Star Wars at that time. So, okay, that's the lineage. I just want to give some context to people who are listening and may not know any of this. Now you know a little bit more. Thank you.
That's cool, everybody. We all have our legacies. We all have our pride and joy and our own lessons and of walking the planet. As we saw, Ringo Starr was today up there, and I think Rodimus was sharing that he must be 80, and so just think of putting 20 years on your driver here of the spaceship, Mr. Jeff here. I'm 64. That's I guess 15 years before I'm 80. And so put it together, everybody, and let's end prohibition in our lifetime. Let's say hey to Solo Breezy. Solo's in the house, and
hello, Solo.
Hey, Solo.
He's on his lunch hour.
Yeah, we got Solo, and
I still have my note from last year, not last year, several episodes ago. Wait, can we see that there? It says. Hope you guys caught that.
Hold on. Rodimus, hold that up, and then Uncle Jeff, can you screenshot that? I'm gonna need that.
Okay, it's great. Wait. There it is. Okay, I got it. I got it. I got it. And here we got beautiful flowy hair, Natasha, Ashley coming back in. So we're blessed to have Solo. Solo, we already had a couple of sayings from you, some quotes. And I know you're chowing down right now. So it's legal to chow down on my show because you know what Jeffrey says, why moody when you can shake your booty? That's a good t shirt for the day. Um, but I say that marijuana is the gateway drug to the munchies.
That's my quote for today. Why be moody when you can shake your booty?
Hey. Where are you, Crazy Pop Mom? What state are you in?
I'm in Canada, Ontario.
Oh, you're in
So
Ontario. Whoa, you're on the other side. Okay, well, I'm near British Columbia, about 3 hours from BC, so I'm really excited. Rodimus is in France, and he's on his way back to America one of these days. We would hope to see him soon. We're really blessed to have our team collate and come together and play and get on the water. I was on the water last week for 4 hours at the Wooden Boat Festival. This week is the here in my town is the film festival, and I called up the film festival yesterday because they asked me if I would donate my photography, meaning that I would go and I would film for them, and so there's some sheesh. So the idea is that film festival is happening in my town this week, and I was talking to this lady that I called up at the film festival office to find out what my assignment was to film starting tomorrow. I haven't got it yet, but we talked for a minute and she says, "Oh, I'll get you in touch with Mark and he's in charge of the media team." Blah 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 blah. I said, "What's your title?" And she said, "I'm the new director." And I said, "I'm talking to the main player there." And I said, "What if we play my film next year? My short, I have a 39-minute version of Lifers the movie, and maybe our superstar next year, we could bring Tommy Chong here." And she got crazy yesterday when I was on the phone with her. So maybe that'll happen by next year, next film festival weekend in Port Townsend. But that's what we're doing this weekend. So stay busy, everybody. But in our lane, we are definitely bringing prisoners home. We're welcoming them home. Klebo, after 30 years, he's been out for like 3 weeks, and I got to talk to him yesterday. So my heart expanded again. Again, it's something I cannot share with you enough, that I can't put into words what I feel when a prisoner comes home or when I visit one, in jail. I talked to Tracy this past week, and she's Lance Floor's mom. And so Lance has been in for like 6 years now, and I was at his sentencing, and it was very amazing. She said for sure that she's going to make arrangements for me to go in and say hi to Lance and see if they'll let me interview him, maybe just on audio. But we would love to hear from Lance because we haven't for so long. He's had COVID. He was really sick, hard, and it's just compassion release. Just like Leonard Peltier, we need him home. He's 78 years old. He's been in jail for 47 years. I mean, come on, humans, stop detaining other humans that are nonviolent. Figure it out. And we saw today in my beginning movie, 3 years for the guy on George Floyd. So not the main guy, but the second guy who was there also didn't stop it. And a pot prisoner in jail for life without the possibility of parole because marijuana still is Schedule 1 and it's legal in 30 some odd, almost 40 states in America, and Portugal and Thailand and Uruguay. Now Mexico's going strong. I mean, I just can't believe it. I can't believe it.
also there's like 110 municipalities, different city councils in independent cities around the U.S. who have basically given a directive to their law enforcement that they govern, the city councils, to not enforce federal drug laws, to just kind of let people have peace with their substances as long as they're not hurting anybody. That's actually been voted by over 100 independent city councils, in addition to all the states that you mentioned. Just want to mention that.
Well, we decriminalized psilocybin in Oakland, and Oregon also decriminalized all non-pharmaceuticals, I believe, but mostly psychedelics, and people are now responsibly using them. So it's about the responsibility. I mean, for gosh sakes, if alcohol's legal and you can go to a bar and get in your own car, I'm just saying, when they start to have smoking bars, we're going to have green Ubers, and they're going to come pick you up and take you home. So be responsible, everybody, and listen to Grasshopper. He will definitely be on our show more often. And we got Natasha's, who's a regular. And now we have Pop Mom Solo Breezy always comes on. And in between, I just talked to the Chongster, the Tommy Chong people, and he's still away doing some film. He was on vacation with his wife in a beautiful country in Europe. I reserve the right to not bring the crowds around Sir Tommy, but he was in a really beautiful place near the Parthenon. Whoops. And so, bless you, Tommy, and thank you for all you've done for our industry, for laughing for all these years. Blowing smoke in the cop's face when you roll your window down back in the 80s, and that was really cool. And so I'm really tickled to be part of, have a show that's gone 121 episodes, to be able to say hey, and to be able to bring on people like Klebo, Jeff Mazansky. We're looking for you, Michael Thompson. We'd love to have you. Michael just had a premiere of his documentary about his life at Grauman's Chinese, if anybody knows where that is, And so we're really blessed to have it. Breezy, do you have any a quote for us?
Absolutely. Give me one moment. I got you.
Okay. So Breezy's going to get a quote. Ashley, before your bandwidth goes away, what do you have a shout out today, Ashley?
Of course I do. Lance Gore, I was doing a radio show called 420 Safety Meeting, and Tracy Glow was my first interview, and it was before he was sentenced. And he's now been in prison almost 10 years. And we wonder now that he's never forgotten. None of the 420 pals are ever forgotten. You're never forgotten. And anybody out there that's struggling with, especially with chemicals and substances, remember the Turkey Bear, the Super Care Bear of Hope, says there's no hope with dope.
For sure, opiates can go to hell, I think opiates are okay with the little bud my mom had, when she was on her final days, but not during your incredible life and walking, the planet. When I lived in Europe, they had needle programs, and it seemed to work. AIDS came out and there were dirty needles. That's how you passed AIDS, besides, sexually. And so, we're coming out of pandemic, everybody. Be really responsible, be really incredible, and share with each other your triumphs and your happiness, where it comes. And if you're sad, share that also. Have empathy for each other, hold each other's hands. I did some jungle eye medicine yesterday from the jungles. at my friend at my friend's house, and he's a structural integrator, and he was feeling dizzy, and so I took his hand and I went right into this area right here, and I pressure pointed that, and the music was on. We had some really incredible music in his house. The lights were down low after we did our eye medicine, and don't ask me what the name of that is, but I'll get it for you one time. But it really is beautiful. But I helped him. So touch each other more, everybody, passively. You can touch each other and feel safe. We're not getting touched enough. If you just walk up to somebody, say, hey, can I rub your shoulders for a minute? And you push down on their shoulder. You just push right here like this. I know what I'm talking about. You just push like that. People go, oh, whoa, that feels so good, because they haven't had it for so long. And we've been in pandemic. So now that we're coming out, be nice to each other, touch each other more, and remember that Solo Breezy is coming up with a quote here for us.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right. So I saw this quote today. Very special. Tomorrow is never promised. So today, I want all of my friends and family to know how thankful I am that all of you are in my life.
Amensky from Dr. Jeffsky. I'm so blessed to have you. Solo, you brought the light to our final segment here. So, Crazy Pop Mom, what? Tell us a little bit about your fundraiser.
Oh, we had it this past Sunday, and it was for 12 hours. So from 12 till 12. They had a bunch of different people on. I wasn't able to be there because I had other obligations, but I did do my 4 till 5 o'clock. So us girls all sat in the room, hanging out, chit-chatting about all the stuff. But yeah, we raised $1,500 US dollars, and Dutchies is going to match it. So wasn't a whole lot, but when they match it, it becomes something. So we're really excited about that. Yeah, and you saying that I should do one for you actually gets me super excited, as weird as that is, because this is not my forte at all. But it gets me excited anyway, because I really like donating my necklace. I was like, I couldn't donate money, but I was able to do that. And just sending it will be my donation of money, because holy cow, it's going far away. But yeah, no, it was very good. So yeah, Uncle Rick and Green Goddess and Spartan and about 9 other people plus myself all donated in one way or another. There was a lot of...
Was that Rick Naya?
No, it was not. I wish.
Uh-huh.
No, it was not.
I was supposed to be on his show last week, and he ran out of bandwidth. I mean, he couldn't get online, and so I haven't heard from him. We got to get him back. He's the best.
Don't worry, Uncle Jeff. I got you.
Okay.
They said I haven't gotten the privilege to meet him yet, so I'm looking forward to that.
Don't worry, Uncle Jeff. I got you.
Okay.
Great news, Crazy Pop Mom. Uncle Jeff, I just want to tell you this. I actually put this out to the real world and the whole world. I put out on Twitter that I, Solo Breezy, am now a cannabis activist and cannabis activist. So I put it out to the whole world, and now the whole world knows what I'm doing out here helping other people with cannabis and educating. So I put that online. You'd be proud of me.
Oh, yeah.
I am a cannabis activist, but I need your blessing, Uncle Jeff.
Well, wait. Wait. Okay. Now I'm gonna open up the magic wand here. Hang on. This is a drum roll. Give me a drum roll, somebody. Okay, drum roll. Da 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 da. Okay, now I'm gonna dub you. I'm gonna dub you with the magic wand. Dub Solo Breezy. W Solo Breezy. Okay, you are now Sir Solo Breezy. You are now Cannabis Solo Breezy. You're now Mr. Boodman Solo Breezy. And we are so happy that you are part of the team. You're welcome anytime. And you are going to bring light to the dark cell. Look at that
Oh, yeah.
t-shirt. Okay. We're loving you up, man. It's really great. Well, we're coming in on a few more minutes left here. I mean, it's my show. We can go as long as we want. But I'm thinking that because I have the film festival tomorrow, I have to back up my computer. It's backup. It's backup Wednesdays, everybody. So backup Wednesdays means back up your computer, everybody. Find your time machine. If you don't, go to Costco. You can get a 4 terabyte for $100 now, and go do it. Just do it. Put it in overnight and just do it and feel really safe, because I lost 3 years of Weed Wednesday shows this week. And then it took 3 days before I got the magic helper at Final Cut Pro that found my library. And now we're back at it. I'm happy. I'm celebration now. Come on. So
I wish I would have heard this reminder before I had my laptop drop the other day because it's destroyed. So every time you bring this up right now, I want to cry.
okay, so it's all right. When I was in talking to a Final Cut Pro advisor, one guy who I called afterwards, the guy that I didn't want to talk to again, he said, "Well, it looks like all your libraries are screwed, man. What happens when your house burns down? You can't get everything back." Because I was rebuilding it, I couldn't get everything back, right? And so just think of it as your house burning down, and starting over again. We're still here. We're healthy. We can say what we need to say, and digital files are just digital files. But by knowing about backing up, let's back up every Wednesday, everybody. Back it up and back it up and back it up. Because it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Absolutely.
And Rodimus has OU. Oh, oh.
Back up. Back up.
Oh, that's in sign language. Okay. Back
No, I don't know
up.
about that. It's just letters. It's just a B and a U.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. I needed to smoke some for that. Hey, how about this, everybody? This is a gold leaf joint filler. There's no pot in there, but it's a rolling thing, but it has actual gold leaf on it. It's kind of cool. You know,
Wow.
it's kind of cool.
This is a bunch of bananas. Aren't they cool? Look at that.
You can put a hole in those and smoke a banana. Smoke a banana. So we're gonna go around the room. It's obviously World Peace Day, everybody. We saw Ringo Starr and them sing a song for peace. Welcome Home Klebo Day. And Rodimus, any final words?
Back up your hard drive.
Pop Mom, any final words?
I want to say to the prisoners, we're still working on it and we won't stop.
Okay, and Natasha, final words.
Chocolate smoke.
Okay, we're gonna have you do that again. 1, 2, 3. Say it again.
Yeah, I didn't quite hear that either.
Toke, don't smoke.
Oh, toke, don't smoke. Very good.
Oh, nice. Toke, don't smoke. Okay, everybody. Marijuana is the gateway drugs to the munchies, to couch lock, and to lots of good loving with your partner. So it ain't the gateway drug to heroin, and like I said, when my mom had the button for the opiates, on her final days, that's where it should stay. And we should not have Prince or Tom Petty or Michael Jackson be gone because of fentanyl. So spread the word, everybody, and be incredible. And I'm going to share my screen. We're going to be out of here, and I'm going to get back to figuring out my world for this weekend, with the film festival. Love you all. Oh yeah, let's get a picture with our 3 fingers. Everyone hold 3 fingers. There we go. Didn't get solo, but I'll fake him in there. And I love you all. You can stick around for the final little thing here. I'm not going to play the whole episode, but here we go. Share screen. Love you, heart women. And so here we go. We're going to get QuickTime. We're going to go back to the beginning. We're going to go boom. That's me, everybody, in 1979.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, what up, Uncle Jeff?
Hey, bro.
How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Whoever is trying to bring you down.
Wait a minute. Who's trying to you? AKA Solo 423.
Yay! Happy parade. Okay, everybody, that was really a great show today, and I'm going to pull out of here. And Crazy Pop Mom, that's fantastic. And I do want to install you, have you plug you in to help me with a fundraiser. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, that gets me excited for that.
So do I have
really had fun with this other one? So I would like to do that for sure.
Well, I'm going to be doing my my NFT drop. I have NFWT. I have non-fungible weed tokens, and I've got 250 of them. So we're going to start that. We're gonna just really be working for Freedom Grow, so they can disperse our funds that we're going to be raising, and get our production money for our next film and for our golf tournament and for our incredible concert that we have in our dream basket. So thank you so much. I have your phone number, don't I still?
We communicate on other platforms. It's not my phone, but yeah. And we can figure out something to like just be offline like this and talk.
Okay, because you can put in the chat box here your phone number and I'll have that.
It just costs me money for you to
use a phone,
call me or anything.
Unfortunately,
we did this with Solo and it cost me $100 for a month just to talk to Solo.
Well, don't you have WhatsApp? WhatsApp is free.
Oh, I do have that. Okay, I will make sure you get that for sure.
Yeah, well, we'll go Hemp Parade and we'll go boom. And yeah, just get it to me on wherever we are talking. And love and light, everybody. This is Jeff Eichen with WEEDSDAY, and we're going to sign out and smoke them if you got them. And thank you, everybody, for joining us today.
Cheers.
Love you.
Record.
Okay, everybody, it's me, Jeff Eichen. I'm going to stop my share screening and come back in here and say it's been a great show on POD TV today. Thank you, POD TV, for sharing this with us, for Roku, and for all the other streams that we had. Like I said earlier, or like I showed earlier, that Freedom Grow is going to be dispersing all the funds we're going to be making from our planned projects. And we're just blessed. We had a great show today. And thank you so much, everybody. It's a war on people. And that's all I know. So I'm going to end the broadcast and say Hemp Hooray.